Hey genderqueers, it is Monday. I'm Hope, and I don't like the way my hair looks today, so I'm wearing this adorable little froggy hat that my friend gave me for my birthday. Isn't it so cute? He's no froggy. Um, okay, so now on to a depressing topic now that we're done looking at the cute froggy. This week we're talking about any uncomfortable questions or comments we've gotten about our gender, as well as if we have been bullied about our gender and how we have dealt with it. I consider myself very lucky that I actually have not been bullied because of my gender. I've only been out for since October or November, and so not too long compared to some other people. And I'm also kind of selectively out, so I am out to my college campus, or at least to anyone who happens to be my Facebook friend. And my college is extremely liberal, so that's absolutely not a problem here. But I am not out to my family, nor do I plan to be, because I don't think that would be putting me in a safe place, just based on, my mom's reaction when she found out I was bisexual was extremely, not good. So I don't plan to go back there again. But, so I don't really have any advice on bullying, except that I think it's okay not to be out to everybody if you feel that you're going to, if you feel that it's pretty likely that you're going to get a reaction that would hurt you. I don't think everyone needs to know about your gender identity, just like, people don't walk around going, I'm cisgendered, or I'm straight. They just live their lives normally, and people kind of pick up on that from, interacting with them and picking up on details about their lives and that kind of thing. I don't think that, sexuality or gender is something that needs to be broadcast everywhere, because it makes it seem like it's not normal. If you have to say that you're gay or bisexual or trans or genderqueer, then it makes it, not part of the norm. And that's not something that I want. So, anyway, so I think it's fine if you only want to be out to people that you can trust. I think it's totally okay. That being said, if you're taking testosterone or that kind of stuff, I feel sorry for you if you have to try and, stay in the closet, I suppose. That would be very difficult. I don't have any advice on that because I do not take tea, although I might like to maybe take a small dose in the future. As far as uncomfortable questions and comments, once again, I go to a very liberal school, and I don't get a lot of questions or comments to the point where I actually don't like it, not because I want attention, but because I think, when people found out I was genderqueer, the people on my Facebook or, whoever else, I think they kind of come at it with the mindset as, oh, Hope's genderqueer, let's treat her the exact same way that we did before because she's not any different, which is true, I'm not any different, but I do want to be treated a little bit differently, like the kind of pronouns thing and not calling me a girl and not lumping me in with the girl category. That is something that I would like. And so people just kind of treat me the same way for the most part. I had one girl who's in my queer and ally group ask me what pronouns I prefer, which I really appreciated. And other than that, people don't really talk about it at all unless I bring it up for some reason. Most people still kind of lump me in with the girl category and refer to me with female pronouns, which I like female pronouns, but I would also like to be referred to with male pronouns too. And to be fair, I haven't told a lot of people that I would like that, so I can't really blame them. But anyway, I think the most uncomfortable comments are from the people who actually don't know about my gender. Just like, kind of like my mom is very sensitive to being, you know, cisgender normative, that kind of thing. And if I make any sort of offhand comment that would make me seem less traditionally female, I suppose, she tries to correct me. Like, I don't know, like I'll say, like, I'm Spider-Man, and she'll say, no, you're Spider-Woman. And I'll say, no, there's no such thing as Spider-Woman, I'm Spider-Man. That kind of thing. And I'll make jokes about my penis, which all my friends know about. I like to make jokes about my penis, and my mom's like, or I'll say like I'm a boy or something, and my mom will be like, no, you're a girl. And I'll say, well, how do you know? And she's like, because I birthed you and I know what your sex organs look like. And I'm like, well, that doesn't mean anything. So anyway, she doesn't know about my gender identity, and I plan to keep it that way, but those are some of the most uncomfortable things. Probably the most uncomfortable comment I've gotten from someone who knows about my gender identity was when, over Thanksgiving, I was visiting some friends that I hadn't seen in a few years, from Texas, which is where I'm originally from, and you know, this was right around the time that I had, you know, started posting things about my gender identity on Facebook. So I was staying with one of my friends, and she asked me, like, what is genderqueer? I don't understand. Asked me what a binder is for and all that kind of stuff. And after I finished explaining it to her, she said, well, I don't really understand it, but whatever floats your boat. Which to me makes it sound like it's a choice, like it was something I was doing to maybe to get attention or just to be different. You know, you don't really say to, I don't know. It's not something that you say if you understand that it's not a choice and it's a part of who you are. It's not something you can really change. You don't say like whatever floats your boat. Like that's something you do for, you know, choices that people make. And it is a choice, I guess, to be out about my gender identity, but my gender identity is definitely not a choice, so that kind of bothered me a little bit. I mean, she wasn't being like bigoted or anything like that. She wasn't like, no, you can't be genderqueer, you have to be cisgendered, and that kind of stuff, you know. She was trying to be understanding, but just the way that she phrased it was kind of weird. Another uncomfortable thing is I had to explain to the guy who runs my internship what genderqueer is, without actually coming out to him as genderqueer, because part of the internship is trying to figure out like what sort of things you want to be doing in the future, what kind of grad school programs that you want to apply to, and you know, getting really specific about where you're going to apply to, and he helps you like, you know, formulate your CV and do your application and all that kind of stuff. And so he was asking me like if I had made any progress on figuring out specifically what area of psychology I wanted to go into, and I said that I had looked a little bit into what current research there was on one of my research interests, and he said, what is it? And I said, genderqueer identities, and he didn't really know what that was, so I had to explain the difference between transgender and genderqueer, and that was really awkward because I feel like when you talk about that kind of stuff, it kind of puts the focus on you, and they're like, well, why do you know this kind of stuff? I don't know, it's like if you talk about foot fetishes, like people think you have a foot fetish, even if you don't, you just know about foot fetishes. So that was kind of awkward for me, but yeah, like I said, for the most part, the stuff that bothers me is when people don't make the appropriate comments or questions. You know, I would appreciate it if more people would ask me questions about my gender identity, just so, you know, I could educate them and that kind of thing, as long as they weren't being like, what the friggity frick is this? I don't understand it, but you have a vagina. So, okay, well, this is about 10 minutes now, so I'll be going. See you guys next week. Bye.